This was the last time I dyed my hair. I must have gone through some shit because I haven't dyed my hair in 2 months and 5 days. I'm actually impressed with myself. Let's dye it! Let's break some stuff down. The last time that I dyed my hair was when I dyed it in November with henna. That was a really cute look, and I haven't touched my hair since. Mostly because I wanted to kind of see what henna process is like, but also because I was going through some life shit. I have made a goal since then that I don't care about other people's opinions, which I did last year, and I'm here to just try shit. A lot of people were concerned that once I dye my hair with henna, I will never ever be able to dye over it with any chemical product. And if you watch my last video, you'll know that that is incorrect if you use the right henna products. In it, I did a series of tests using different chemical-based products to see if the hair melts or fries off. None of that happened, but if you want to learn about it in depth, definitely urge you to watch that video. But in this video, we are going to now get creative because we know the fact that my hair isn't going to fall off my head. How I make my money. And selling these things. I feel like people ask me like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, I dye my hair and I sell hairbrushes, and I always feel really weird saying that to people. So a lot of the times when someone asks me what I do, I just tell them I'm a hairstylist. It's something that everyone can understand, and I don't have to explain how I earn a living. It's really weird when it comes to taxes though. Like I'm sitting at my accountant's offices and I'm like, this is what I do. And they're like, but where is the money coming from? Why is your main employer USA? Why you get money from USA? It's a big thing in Malta to get paid from not Malta. So I'm like, I have to like kind of break it down to them. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not doing illegal shit. I'm just doing weird shit. Anyways, since going through my rebirth, my character rebirth, I realized that a lot of you guys missed the old Stella, and I'll have to give this one to you. I missed the old Stella as well. The old Stella kind of just dyed her hair every week, basically, and we did really fun colors. That being said, I have been dyeing my hair now for exactly 10 years, and I have tried every single hair color. So I asked you guys to give me recommendations. I reached out to you guys on Instagram to give me hair recommendations. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or it's a completely different audience, but followers that I have on one platform differ very much from followers that I have on others. Like you guys, my YouTube fan, my OG guys, you guys are the best, right? Because you're critical, but you're critical in a way that a friend is critical. You guys are like, Stella, you've done this, you've gone down this road before, learn from it. Why don't you try this, this, and this? We love you. That's how you guys are, and I respect that, right? I learned the most from you guys. Instagram followers are just more cutthroat. I don't know why IG people are harsh, and this is with everyone. And then TikTok and Facebook are the worst. Like on TikTok, no one has a filter. Facebook, no one thinks anyone's gonna read it. And so I reached out to you guys on Instagram, and I was always thinking things with a pinch of salt, but to be fair, so many of you guys commented the wildest things. I told you to go super duper wild, and none of you missed. Someone said that I should dye my hair the Instagram mix of colors. Many of you commented either pastel green or sage green. It would be such a beautiful color, but it does require bleach. One person commented telling me to try blonde highlights. This person hasn't been on my channel or following me for a while because I will die before I try blonde highlights. So boring. However, there was one person who commented one thing, and I liked it so much that I screenshotted it twice, like I kept going through them every few hours, and I'm like, this is a good idea. And then I went back a few hours later, I screenshotted it again, I'm like, this is a good idea. Turquoise and pink. I've tried both of them separately, I have, but I don't think I've ever tried them together. Undoubtedly one of the nicest colors that will ever exist as a combination. So let me see what turquoise and pink can look like, and it's a really gorgeous aesthetic, but I'm like, when I then saw it in a hair format, I'm like, not exactly what I was expecting. I was like, this is giving a tiny bit 2010, it's giving like Coachella when Kylie Jenner was still attending. It's like, not really what I was vibing with. And so I was like, is this a bad idea? Is this like a wrong choice with a color combination? Until I came across this picture on Pinterest. This is literally just the reflection of the sun on the water. Where there is the shadows, it's obviously reflecting the beautiful kind of turquoise of the sea, but where there is the highlights of the sun, it's giving the most beautiful salmon colored pink. And I was like, if there's a way for me to replicate that, I'm going to do that. This is actually a really, really beautiful application in the sense that there's this kind of like broken effect. I'm like, I wonder what way there is to replicate that on hair. And obviously one of the ways that you can get this effect is if you do highlights, lowlights, the highlights being the salmon color, the lowlights being the turquoise. But I'm like, that takes too much work and I hate highlights. So I'm like, what do I enjoy doing? Color blocking. If you're unfamiliar with color blocking, if highlights and balayages are color applications done to kind of blend the hair colors together, color blocking is when you do not want them to blend together and it's almost like a disconnection between one color and the next. This can be achieved either through a split dye, be it vertical, horizontal, or specific color placement. And when I looked at this photo, I'm like, there is only one way that we can achieve this exact effect. All of this turquoise blue, only this singular strip of hair, salmon pink. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've actually never ever in my life done this technique or color placement on myself. I have seen it done before and it gives the most insane color blend effect ever, just because of how the hair fans when it's straightened. It's almost like there's a highlighted layer on top, but then there's the deep blue sea under. That is kind of what I'm hoping for. The process to then correct this and create something completely different when it comes to changing the hair color is going to be an absolute nightmare, but it's not today's problem and I don't care. In my last video where I tried to figure out if my hair is going to completely melt off since dyeing it with henna, I tried an assortment of different dyeing techniques and products on test strands to figure out if anything melts. Nothing melted, but it did give me a pretty clear idea of what my current color is going to give me in terms of color payoff. When I went in with a straight turquoise color, the hair ended up pretty much just green. And these are the colors that I got when I got it with a permanent color. Overall, the permanent dye is the one that I vibed with the most. It blended my roots, which were darker, to my ends, which are lighter. It created kind of a very even background. And that is what I want today. So I'm going to be using nothing but permanent colors to achieve very nice result. Schwarzkopf have this line of colors. It is called their pearlescence line, and it is my favorite and also most hated line, because if you go back to the very first time that I attempted emerald hair dye and then the second time that I attempted emerald hair dye, both times my hair turned out blue. Blue without the single hint of green. On their color chart, Schwarzkopf put their emerald color somewhere right there. This one, see? They put it right between green and blue. And when we look at it here, they demonstrate it as a rich green. There's not a single bit of green in the mixture. It's always turning out blue. Now that I know it always turns blue, I know that if I have an orange base and I put a pretty blue color on top of it, it'll turn somewhere in the middle. So that's what we're gonna use. I'm just gonna use all of this all over. It's level 6. It should color my roots. It should do a nice bright kind of a blue, green, emerald, who knows color. Leave me with something that looks hopefully the color of the sea. Disclaimer. This color has always acted unpredictably. So let's start by mixing up this. That is the color for this part. Here is where the problem is. For me to get this kind of a salmon highlighted effect, ideally, I would bleach my hair. When I did the bleach test on my little test strand, it showed me two different things. That it's gonna make my hair feel pretty bad. I really don't want to bleach it. The second thing is that it seems to bring on this kind of a greenish tinge. I don't know if it's visible. So I'm like, the color that I kind of like the most from Schwarzkopf that is kind of the most similar is this one right here. 8849. Look how beautiful it looks next to this one. Look, it's absolutely stunning. It's almost like rose gold and emerald. It's also extremely symbolic because that is the exact color of all of my branding. Stella, I've rebranded, and now it's rose gold and emerald basically. Those are the two tones that there is anywhere. So I'm like, this is really, really fitting. Problem, this is a level 8. My hair at the root, level 6. My ends, it is a level 8. It's true. But my roots are not. They are not at all. My hair is also way too warm. So I'm half tempted to mix 6, 8, 9 over here, which is kind of this deep berry color. And this color right here, which is way too lavender and purple and cold for me. But I'm hoping when I put it on, it's so copper warm here that it'll somehow magically turn into this color. Fuck around and find out. How pretty they look. Oh my god. Hair colors prior to them oxidizing are the prettiest things ever. I might have DIY'd a bit too hard with this one, and I'm not entirely sure what color it's gonna be, but this one's being true to itself so far. There's not a hint of green anywhere. I'm not gonna get into it. Schwarzkopf though. This is what you promised. Ideally it should be this. Like today it should work out for us because I have orange already in my hair. Anyways, I haven't applied the barrier cream in so long that it's turned to oil. This might be expired. Oh my god, this is actually making me so excited. I haven't had dark hair since before I shaved it. Let's dye our hair. See my strand test here. I haven't dyed my hair with permanent color in a while because this is not burning my head, but like it feels like ice is being applied to my head. I forgot that this is what it feels like. The excitement that I'm feeling is actually next level. Colors are processing. Look, they look beautiful. They look fantastic. Like I am extremely excited. Will it turn out like the picture? Debatable. This dye is obviously doing what it's not meant to do. Like there's clearly green in here, like my nails, and there's not a bit of green here, but I've learned my lesson from. So I'm hoping that the orange underneath is going to give it the warmth that it needs and turn it turquoise, emerald, teal, anything within that region. If it doesn't, I'll still be happy because I dyed my hair. Actually, so excited. I'm so excited. I'm jittery. I am so curious as to who the hell approved this color. It just keeps turning blue. Schwarzkopf, your labs are not accurate. Now we let it wait for 30 minutes because it's been quite a bit already. So wash it, style it, and I'll show you the finished result. So excited. So excited. And now for my favorite part. And our 4-hour transformation is finally complete. I think she's back. I have lashes on, that's how much we're back. I haven't worn lashes in such a long time. Oh my god. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion. I think the combination of pinks and turquoises is immaculate. 2 points that I wish to mention about this particular hairstyle and how it's both a fail and a miss at the same time. This color technique application is insane. So it's applied to literally just the mohawk area of the head. So like this, it looks weird, right? But then you bring it down. If I straighten my hair, I have berry red hair. If I pull back my hair, I've got turquoise hair. If I do it like this, I've got a mix of the colors from berry to blue, and it is divine. Divine. I can't believe it took me this long to try it, but you know what? Second thing that is kind of blatantly obvious, I'm not too mad about, not perfect. Where there was dye in my hair previously, this new dye did absolutely nothing. I did succeed in making it look like it was the ocean, in the sense this is the surface and then you go diving and this is where there's seaweed and kelp and rock, and all of a sudden it's not crystal clear water. So I'm not mad about it, because I'm like a bit disappointed, but in reality it was there. I could have seen it. I'm very impressed by the fact that that same dye was applied at the top, and the top is just one color. Like this top section is so beautiful that I might just go ahead and dye the rest of it this same color in the next few weeks. Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think I'm gonna stick with this color blocking technique for a while. I definitely am going to be touching up this particular color because it is giving seaweed. But it does have a kind of a romantic mix and a kind of a more adult approach to a bright color. So I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. But I will be dyeing it within the next few weeks. So enjoy and expect a new color. As for the hairstyle, I look like a dog and I love it. I love it. I love how ridiculous this looks, but I absolutely vibing with it. The one thing that is incredibly evident every single time I use their dyes, Schwarzkopf's dyes always leave the hair so shiny. Their permanent color line is one of the most incredible ones when it comes to hair shine. All of the product details are going to be linked in the description box below, including all the products that I used to get this exact color, all their formulations, the timings, the products, everything. I would highly urge you to get a strand test prior to doing this, which I did, which I will link down below on how to do it exactly. I'm going to be seeing how this fades. Most likely it is going to turn more seaweed. I'm still so happy with the end result, and this color at the top in particular, vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. If you want to learn more, join the Stellar fam. Let's learn a thing or two together. And as always, thank you so much for your incredible support and for urging me to get back to my very colorful roots. If you want to show even more support, please visit Stellari Hair. These are my own line of hairbrushes that I created just for creatives like you and me, with this white one in particular specifically designed so you can dye it, stain it, and bring color to it. Look at this. Look at this. My favorite brush of all time at this point. It's beautiful. It is so perfect, and it encapsulates every single one of the transformations that I ever did on my hair. Check out the link down below and stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled because I am launching something in the coming weeks, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a go, and I will see you in my next video.